Chapter 13. Kind Treatment of Darius's Family. Alexander didn't treat the mother, wife, and children of Darius with neglect, for some of those who have written Alexander's history say that on the very night in which he returned from the pursuit of Darius, entering the Persian king's tent which had been selected for his use, he heard the lamentation of women and other noise of a similar kind not far from the tent. Inquiring, therefore, who the women were and why they were in a tent so near, he was answered by someone as follows: "O king, the mother, wife, and children of Darius are lamenting for him as slain, since they have been informed that thou hast his bow and his royal mantle, and that his shield has been brought back." When Alexander heard this, he sent Leonatus, one of his companions, to them, with injunctions to tell them, "Darius is still alive. In his flight he left his arms and mantle in the chariot, and these are the only things of his that Alexander has." Leonatus entered the tent and told them the news about Darius, saying moreover that Alexander would allow them to retain the state and retinue befitting their royal rank, as well as the title of queens. For he had not undertaken the war against Darius from a feeling of hatred, but he had conducted it in a legitimate manner for the empire of Asia. Such are the statements of Ptolemy and Aristobulus. But there is another report to the effect that on the following day Alexander himself went into the tent, accompanied alone by Hephaestion, one of his companions. The mother of Darius, being in doubt which of them was the king, for they had both arrayed themselves in the same style of dress, went up to Hephaestion because he appeared to her the taller of the two, and prostrated herself before him. But when he drew back, and one of her attendants pointed out Alexander, saying he was the king, she was ashamed of her mistake and was going to retire. But the king told her she had made no mistake, for Hephaestion was also an Alexander. This I record neither being sure of its truth nor thinking it altogether unreliable. If it really occurred, I commend Alexander for his compassionate treatment of the women and the confidence he felt in his companion and the honor bestowed on him. But if it merely seems probable to historians that Alexander would have acted and spoken thus, even for this reason I think him worthy of commendation. Darius fled through the night with a few attendants, but in the daytime, picking up as he went along the Persians and Grecian mercenaries, he had in all 4,000 men under his command. He marched towards the city of Thapsacus and the river Euphrates in order to put that river as soon as possible between himself and Alexander.